Knock, knock, knock. It's for me. It's Jake Guy Checks TV. That's what the man said is advertised to be.
So we all know that green is the new black. But if you thought this trend had already passed the point of absurdity, well then, you, my friend, simply lack imagination. Yes, new research shows that a compound called trinitroethyl will actually create more powerful explosions than conventional TNT, while reducing the usual toxic byproducts like benzene, lead, even smoke. So what's the eco-friendly secret here? High oxygen content, which basically makes all that nasty stuff just combust in the explosion instead of getting scattered all over your beautiful, pristine war zone? Actually, it's not as absurd as it sounds, since most explosives are actually used in civilian applications like mining, where you don't want the surroundings to be ruined after blowing something up. Still, we should probably keep this stuff locked down. I mean, we don't need this particular green trend getting out of hand.
So you may have heard of something called the dead zone in the Gulf of Mexico, where all the fertilizer runoff from the Mississippi goes into the ocean and makes it unlivable for fish. Very scary, right? Well, actually not in the Mediterranean, where the same kind of pollution from the Nile River is actually getting rid of a dead zone there. So here's what's going on. The Aswan High Dam has been reducing the Nile's flooding for the last 40 years, but coastal populations of fish depend on that flooding for nutrients. If there's no nutrients, there may not be any fish. But lately, so-called anthropogenic nutrients have been making up for the loss, and the fisheries have never been healthier. So, for once, our rampant ecological tampering has actually done some good. Still, simple rules of thumb are probably the best policy.
Hey, China called. They want their scientists back.
What?
It's true. After decades of watching their best and brightest go abroad to do innovative research, China's decided it's time to reverse the tide. Their method? Cold, hard communist cash. The so-called 1,000 Talents scheme will offer native Chinese researchers working abroad over $400,000 of research funding per year if they repatriate. And even if you're not Chinese, they're still offering relocation packages worth $150,000 each to full professors in developed countries. This is serious dough for grant-dependent scientists. Then again, as the journal Nature puts it, quote, some elite researchers may be put off by the scientific culture in China, which historically has neither encouraged critical thinking nor ensured fair competition, unquote. So if you're a scientist out there and you're thinking about playing this game, just remember what Biggie said.
The right to morning.